I'm going to miss some out, but all the flags there. But I was just shocked at the sheer distance some people had traveled, 24 hours, to get to the cruise. China, Hong Kong, Morocco, Pakistan, the Philippines, Finland, France, all over. And it was just an amazing thing to have such a varied audience of different cultures, different nationalities, different religious beliefs, etc., etc. And it was just like we were talking to one set of people. And we had such fun, and to see that. So I hope next time we do it, whenever that might be, that maybe it's 70 countries that are represented there. The Chinese obviously had a massive contingent that were there. A lot of the Chinese, big contingent also from the Philippines and from Africa, South Africa. It was just a really, really mind-blowing event. So I wanted to share that with you because that just shows what happens when you do get momentum, when you do start to use duplication, which is what network marketing is really all about. So here's some pictures here. I mean, some great pickies that I snapped and some other guys snapped that I wanted to share with you. Great view there of the deck, as you can see. No one on it at that point. There might be a couple of people in there sneaking about, but that's where we had the big party on Saturday night. So when all said and done, we had a big party there, and there's a band and all that stuff. That was great news, and it meant all the members could get photos with Dan and me here and whoever else they wanted to. And there you'll see all the speakers with the captain of the ship up on the bridge. Amazing thing. I mean, this is like a city. This thing is so big, and it's floating around out there in the ocean. And there are we, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Leo members filling up the auditorium and filling up the restaurants. And anyone else who was on it who wasn't from Leo must have wondered who on earth we were. But maybe they got prospected. Maybe they've now joined. I don't know. But it was a great time, and it was a great time for the speakers and for the members. And that's always a good thing. And here you can see it was very colorful. So different nations were wearing different colors, and you can see different teams in green and red and all of the other things going on there. You can see some of our friends from Pakistan look there in the front row, and then the Chinese, and then we've got the African contingent, South African contingent there. It was just awesome to see all of these people working together. Not all could communicate because of language barriers, but they all could communicate because they have the same dreams, plans, and desires. They have the same goals in mind. They want to do the same things with their life and with their country and with the world. And so it was just great. It was just a great event. And one of the lovely ladies from South Africa, it was her birthday. You can see her there down in the left-hand corner, the lady in the gold and black dress. So she had a bit of a surprise when everybody sang happy birthday to her, and she had to come up on stage and meet Dan, which was really, really cool. She wasn't expecting it, but nice thing to have. And then here's some more piggies here. So the event team, who did a great job, that's up at the top left-hand corner there behind Dan, Wendy, and me here. So they were the guys that made it all happen from a technical perspective on the ship, along with our own team, with Jin Yao and all our own staff. And you see there Rachel from the Philippines, leader from the Philippines, with Dan. And then on the left-hand side, you see, here we go. Here's a nice multicultural picture. So you've got some leaders from China, and you've got one of our big leaders from South Africa there. And, they've just met up, I guess. And they decided to snap a little picky. And I saw it on social media, so I pinched it to put it on here. And that's really what Leo's about. It's about building bridges. It's about building communities together. And it's about working together and leveraging. And it was just such a good thing to see. Very, very proud to see that, and very, very proud to see how everybody has been sort of reacting to that group event. So one of the things we talked about on the cruise was some of the resets that are happening. Some have happened, some are happening as we speak. And the best way to really introduce this to everybody was this slide here, where you see the 8-year-old Leo Shield at the top there, powered by Anderson. Now, I don't want to go into the story of how that came about. I want to leave that to Dan, because that's very personal to him. But it says a lot about someone who's prepared to put their family name. He used to use a Remington shaver, and he said he liked the product so much he bought the company and put his name to it. This is really a similar thing. I mean, Dan didn't need to buy the company. It's his company. But when you put your name onto a company, you're making a big statement. And Dan will explain more about that, I'm sure, on next week's GAM. So now moving forward, what you're going to see is this appearing everywhere. It's Leo that's powered by Anderson. Some things that have been developed to help you develop your business, develop your income, and also help you to achieve more of your dreams, plans, and goals. And I'm sure you'd agree that what you have to have in network marketing is a system, SYSTEM, because a system is designed to save you stress, time, energy, and money. That's how the word's made up. So this is a system that's been created by working with a few key leaders around the world and through decades and decades of experience of some of the scene in the right time frame to new prospects. Because one of the things that's very, very apparent when you travel the world of Leo, particularly for me as a trainer, is people present the business in very, very different ways. You know, how it's presented, say, in the UK compared to how it's presented in China, compared to how it's presented in Guadeloupe, completely different. And if you didn't see the brand, you could think you were looking at a completely different business. Now, that's all right when you're building in the early days, I guess, but you'll get to a point where you can't get over the next step of growth. And that's where Leo is today, and that's where all of you are today. You're, if you like, Paul Southworth, actually, you may have seen this, calls it the brick wall. You hit a brick wall and you've got to get around, under, or over this brick wall. You can't go through it, but you've got to go over it, around it, or under it. And this is where you have to start introducing systems. And this is why we've done what we've done. So the first thing, when we introduce a new prospect to Leo, we should be using the new recruitment website, which I'm going to share with you now. Now, the reason for that is it ensures a few things. One, from a compliance perspective, it ensures that all of the new prospects are seeing Leo in exactly the right way. It's not being misrepresented in any way. They can't claim they didn't know what they were doing. And it ensures they get enough information to make a quality decision, but they don't get too much information that become confused, because if you confuse a prospect, they won't do anything. You know, if someone's confused, they won't make a decision. So we need to ensure we get a good flow of information in the right way. Now, the new website, you'll see there's a screenshot of it. It is only to do with recruitment. There's lots of tabs on there, and there's some basic information of what we do, what the organization does. You'll see the strapline there, the Social Entrepreneurs Network, and it's just to introduce people into the whole Leo concept. And all you need to do is direct someone to the website. You could be sat there with them, or you could be doing it via Skype. You could be on your mobile phone, and they're at home on their mobile phone and they're logging in online or something like that. But as long as you've got an internet connection, you can direct someone to this website and guide them through it. Now, I don't advise you send people to the website blind, i.e. you just say, here's a web address, go take a look. That doesn't work. What you need to do is become a tour guide and tour them through this process, which at most is going to take 30 minutes of your time. But at the end of it, you'll either have a enthusiastic prospect, or you'll have someone that's got no interest whatsoever in what you are offering from Leo. And that's really what we want to do, is to get to a point of, do we have someone that we can move forward with, or do we have someone that we don't need to waste our time with? So the website is jointhecause.com, www.jointhecause.com. It's currently available in French, English, and Chinese. Other languages will be added each week as we move forward in the coming weeks. And what you're going to see there is 3 brand new videos that you won't have seen before. So if I was talking to you now and I'd have called you and I said, hi, you, it's me. Have you got a minute? You say, yeah, sure, I've got a minute. Why, what's up? Look, I want you to take a look at something. Are you near your computer? Yeah, I am. Can you go to jointhecause.com? They go to, are you there? Yes, I am. Okay. Can you click on your country flag for me? Yes. And then what they're going to be simply do is say to the prospect, what did you like the best of what you've just seen? Now, the prospect is going to come back with maybe 1 of 15 answers. 14 of them will be positive, 1 could be negative. They could say none of it. If they say none of it, fine. That's the end of the conversation. You don't need to go any further in the website, because if the first video doesn't pique their interest, there's nothing you and I can say that's going to. If they say, well, I like that bit, or I like the idea of education, or this or the other, then you say, that's great news. Can you do me a favor and click the next button? Now, when they do that, that will take them through to another video, which is our new reasons why video, which is only 3 minutes long. And again, guess what? At the end of the video, you're going to ask them, what did you like the best? They're going to tell you. And what you've now done is you've now identified what the prospect's hot button is. What it is that they, at the that very moment are enthused about, because there's no point you and I talking to them about what we think is the best thing about Leo. Do that is trying to get them to agree with us. And that's not our goal, is it? Because when you're selling something, it's about meeting the needs and expectations of the purchaser, not the seller. And that's why if you turn around to me and say, well, it's that I've always wanted to do that sort of education, then that's where my focus goes, education. And I say, that's great news. I'm really pleased about that. Do me a favor. Let's go to the next stage and click the next button, which they do. Now, at this point, they would then watch a recorded Discover Leo presentation. And these are recorded in the individual languages using slides that are translated into those languages. But it's the new Discover Leo. By the end of this video, they will have spent with you at most 30 minutes, because you had 2 videos before, a little bit of chat in between, and then this. And you may well have done it remotely, so you've not driven for 2 hours to go meet them. If they happen to be with you, that's fine. And at the end of the video, we're really going to know whether or not we've got someone that's going to be worth our time, energy, and commitment of introducing to our team. And the new Discover Leo has a completely different look and feel to the old one. It's a lot shorter. It gets to the point a lot quicker. And it also covers one important thing that wasn't covered in the old one, which is actually the marketing plan of Leo, what network marketing is and how we compare it, direct selling versus traditional marketing. It shows the conversation plan and the products and all that lovely stuff. And that is now available for you to download in your back office too. So you should now delete your old Discover Leo presentations and download the new ones, and only use this one moving forward, because the old one would now be misrepresenting the company and yourself. Once they've watched the Discover Leo video, then the website tells them what to do next. It says, set up your free account and get your £10 free gift, get all of your questions answered, select your upgrade package, and then start your entrepreneur's education and start building your team. And there's a little message there from Richard Branson. So this now means that a brand new person in your team who may never have the inclination, the courage, the expertise, or the talent to get up and do a Discover Leo presentation can actually now present the business to all of their prospects in a professional way. We don't need to worry about what they are not saying. We don't need to worry about whether they're doing a good job or not a good job, because all they have to do is be good at directing someone to a website and asking that leading question after each video of what do you like the best. This is simple. This is how you can develop a network marketing business from 500,000 members to a couple of million members in a very short time frame, because it effectively means that you can show a prospect to Discover Leo in a professional way without you having to do the presentation yourself, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that's what you need for duplication. You need a system that anybody can follow. And anybody that can direct someone to a URL and talk them through a few clicks of a mouse can now build the business. This will absolutely revolutionize what we do at Leo. So that's step 1 and step 2. We introduce them using the new recruitment website, and then they join the community for free. And if they do the things they need to, they're going to get a £10 free gift. That's part of our 10-10-10 program, which is becoming extraordinarily successful. I must tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the conversion figures that I received the other day from Paul Maskins in our IT and data department was very, very impressive. So my hat is off to you all. You've grasped the 10-10-10 concept and you're running with it very, very well. The next step, step 3, is the prospect upgrades and they purchase a product pack. So they become a team builder, because, it's very difficult to sell something you don't use yourself. And if you're going to sell education, then you should be using that education yourself. I know I was talking to Rachel over the weekend. Rachel, on a regular basis, is completing courses from the online courses that are available to her. Learcat does. What does? Leaders all around the world do it all of the time. And really, from an ethical standpoint, you shouldn't be selling something you don't use yourself. So it's very, very important that you do use your own product and you become a product of the product. And then you can actually sell it with much, much more conviction. Now, I said we got new packs, and we do. And there's 5 new packs that I want to talk to you. There's actually 6, but I'm going to talk to you in detail about 5 of them. And these packs are all based around world-class education, live seminars, and a global opportunity. So you'll see on the left-hand side of the screen there that we've got a new addition to the family, which is our basic pack, which is only £25. Now, this pack has been designed for emerging markets. It's designed for countries that are moving into this field of direct sales and marketing, and countries obviously where the average income is far lower than it may be in yours and my country. But it still gives that member access to education. It gives them access to membership with the business, and also the opportunity to be able to build a business. So this is going to be good for particular markets around the world, and you all know those markets and which ones this will work well in. We then have our starter pack at only £125. We have a blockchain course, which is predominantly designed for Pakistan, the Pakistani team. And this is a certified blockchain course. Now, anybody can buy it, but it's really been designed for a particular market need in Pakistan, and that's only £150. We then have our VIP business pack there, which is £500. And then lastly, we have our VIP leaders pack there, which is £1,000. So they are the new product packs, which are now live. They've been live since midnight yesterday. A day before, on the website, and they're the products you're going to need to log into your back office and take a look at, see what content is in each of those packs, etc., what RP and BP they give you, and all of that lovely stuff. So don't try and sell one of the old packs now, because they don't exist. Part of this reset has been about going back to the core of Leo and removing a lot of the distractions that have sort of emerged and become historical things over the years, and different projects and things that have come and gone. Let's stick to what we know, and that is Leo: learn, earn, own. Anything else we do is an add-on and an addition to. So now we have a perfect suite of products here. There's a product suite here that suit every need and every budget. Whether you're from a historically low-income country or whether you're from one of the more affluent countries, you have the same opportunity to build the business, because we now have product packs that will work in all of those markets. But you do need to get in there and take a look at them so you understand them yourselves. The other good news is that Dan, me here, and the senior management have taken, I think, the right decision, and that is that the company will now donate a percentage of every pack sold to its child development fund and good causes. So we don't need to have a child development pack anymore, because a percentage of every pack sold is going to go into the fund, so that Camilla and the team can do great work and be helping to launch more schools, as the company already has in Nepal and Cambodia. I know there's conversations going on for the Philippines right now, some for Africa right now. And, Dan's got a big goal to be able to open hundreds of schools and leave a legacy behind. While direct sales is about you making your dreams, plans, and goals come true, once you help other people to do that, it's also a really good, ethical and responsible thing to do, to also help with education with children. And when you see the new combined video of Nepal and Cambodia, it really is quite moving to think that each and every one of you had a hand in that. And because of what you've done in the past, there's children now, and there'll be children for years and years and years and years to come, who are getting an education and getting the opportunity to break free from whatever their circumstance was when they actually got to go to school for the first time. So I think that's a real positive move by the company to now dedicate a percentage of all sales to its child development fund. So step 4, now that the prospects joined us for free and they got their £10 free gift, and they upgraded and they bought themselves a product pack, and they've started their education process, they now start building their team using exactly the same system. Remember, system means save you stress, time, energy, and money. And because you use this system to introduce them to the community, they're going to do exactly the same. And guess what? If you don't use this system to introduce them into the company and you do your own thing, they're going to do exactly the same, their own thing. And that's when you start a spiral of non-duplication. And network marketing works because it's like buying a franchise. When you buy a franchise, McDonald's gives you a big box full of books and says, that's how you run your business. Now, you wouldn't take a magazine out of the box and throw it in the bin and say, oh, forget it. I'm going to cook my burgers a different way, because why would you invent the wheel when the wheel that they offered you already worked very, very well? This system is designed around, not theory, it's designed around actual results that have happened for leaders in the field right now and senior management who have been leaders in their own right in businesses in the past. So I urge each and every one of you to learn this system, stick to this system, teach this system, and enforce this system with your own members. The next step, step 5, is that we help our new member to reach the rank of platinum and qualify for their £15,000 BOA when they get to the director rank. And we want to do this, ladies and gentlemen, in 30 days. Now, why 30 days? Why is it not 15? Why is it not 60? Because we live in a very interesting world, and it's called instant gratification. You know, if you and I want to have a roast chicken dinner tonight, we can just pull it out the freezer and throw it in the microwave. We don't need to slave over a cooker for the next 3 hours. People want to become famous. They go on a reality show like the Philippines Has Talent, or Britain's Got Talent, or India Has Talent, and they go from zero to hero overnight. They want instant fame, instant recognition. People want to lose weight. Instead of working hard to lose the weight, they go to a surgeon and have it all cut off. Instant gratification has become an epidemic in our time. And it's no different for us at Leo. Our new members need to see instant results, instant gratification within 30 days. Otherwise, you'll hear these words: it doesn't work for me. So if we're the introducer, we're the sponsor, we're the coach, we're the mentor, we're the ones that have to help them, guide them, and push them through the process I've just shown you, and teach them to do the same, which will then ensure they hit the rank of platinum in the first 30 days, which means then down the road they get the big ownership award. But it also, as you'll see as we go through the new compensation plan, means there's a financial reason why you want to help them do that in that time frame. So platinum is where we're headed. Platinum is where we're going to take our new prospects, and we're going to do it in a 30-day process. So let's look at the new compensation plan. And over the next few weeks, I'd say that you really want to commit to come onto the webinars every week for at least the next 3 weeks.